Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat English News. I'm Eman Omar. The University of Hyderabad has retained its position among the top Indian universities in the Nature Index ranking released for this year. The University of Hyderabad has been ranked first among the Indian universities and 17th among all institutions in the academic sector. This index is an indicator of high quality research in the natural and physical sciences, which includes chemistry, life sciences, earth and environmental sciences, and physical sciences. The university stood in the top 20 for the past 3 years. While expressing his delight at the University of Hyderabad's continued presence at the top position among the Indian universities, the newly appointed Vice Chancellor, Professor B.J. Rao, said that the emphasis now has to be on acquiring such a rank globally. Although the daily count of COVID 19 cases declined in Telangana, the state still continues to report hundreds of cases and few deaths. Out of the total new cases reported in Telangana in the last 7 days, over 50% of the cases were reported from 6 districts of the state. They are Hyderabad, Karimnagar, Khammam, Nalgonda, Pedapalli, and Warangal Urban. In the last 7 days, these districts contributed 2,262 new cases of COVID 19, whereas the entire state reported 4,372. Out of the 2,262 cases, Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation logged the highest number of cases, that is, 524 cases. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is to visit Nagarjuna Sagar constituency in Nalgonda district on 2nd of August. Energy Minister Jagadish Reddy on Wednesday said that K. Chandrasekhar Rao would hold a day-long meeting with officials as part of the Progress Review program in Halia. Addressing the Telangana Rashtriya Samiti election meeting at Halia on 14th of April during the Nagarjuna Sagar Assembly by-poll, the Chief Minister gave many assurances, including the now much hyped Dalit Bandhu scheme. Now the Chief Minister is taking steps to prepare development plans as part of the election promises. Reddy said that the Chief Minister is committed to developing the Nalgonda region as a whole, as was promised to the people. He also promised to sanction one more college in Nagarjuna Sagar apart from the recently approved undergraduate degree college in Halia. The Chief Minister also promised to introduce a new pensions and ration cards from the Asara, along with the granting property rights to people who built houses on the lands of the Nagarjuna Sagar Irrigation Department. Telangana Jana Samiti founder president Professor M. Kondaram today staged Satyagraha program protesting against the steep increase in the prices of petrol and diesel in the country. Speaking on the occasion, he said that the prices of the petrol and diesel would come down only if the governments decided to do so. He alleged that the central and state governments were trying to fool the people of the country and the state on the issue. He said that the people of the country were facing a lot of problems due to the increase in the prices. He demanded the state ministers and central ministers to resign from their post if the prices were not brought down by the two governments. The demise of a district and additional judge Uttam Anand in Dhanbad, Jharkhand is being re-investigated post reviewing the CCTV footage which indicates that his death was caused by murder. Judge Anand was out for his morning walk when the unidentified vehicle hit him. The police have arrested the driver of the tempo and his associate after viewing the CCTV footage, which they argue is clear proof that they wanted to cause the judge harm. While the death was initially ruled out as a hit and run, CCTV footage has shown the tempo taking a turn and heading straight towards the Judge Anand as it rams into him and drives off. Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana has discussed the matter with Jharkhand High Court and stated that the case would be handled with care as it has been taken up by the Jharkhand High Court Chief Justice. Trade between India and Bahrain could be set for a significant post-pandemic rebound over the next 12 months as the two countries continue to implement their financial recovery plans, according to one of the kingdom's leading economists. Dr. Ali Al Maulani, president of the Bahrain Economist Society, has forecast that bilateral trade between India and Bahrain could spike by as much as $200 million as economies reopen following months of logistical challenges and supply chain pressures. Bilateral trade between India and Bahrain dipped during the pandemic in 2020, where its value fell to $873 million. But new data from Bahrain's e-government and information authority shows that bilateral trade between Bahrain and India in the first half of this year topped $492 million, a 37% increase on the same period in 2020. More than 4 billion doses of anti-COVID vaccines have been administered around the world, 8 months after the vaccination drive have started, according to an AFP count on Thursday. Global injections have slowed slightly. The 4th billion dose was reached in 30 days, while it took only 26 days to reach the previous one. The first and the second billion doses were reached after about 140 and 40 days respectively. 40% of the 4 billion shots have been administered in China. India and the United States make up the trio of countries that have administered the most jabs. The United Arab Emirates is close to having 70% of its population fully vaccinated, while Uruguay and Bahrain have both reached more than 60%. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.